Right in front of you is a weapon of mass displacement. What you are staring at right now is the M-Hero 917, a 108 horsepower military-grade Predator that makes the Hummer EV look like a golf cart and the Mercedes G-Wagon look like a delicate museum piece. If you think your luxury SUV is tough because it has a low-range button, prepare to be offended. I am standing next to 3 tons of boron steel in sheer engineering malice. This is the first time in history that a civilian has been given access to this much tactical capability, and frankly, it feels like a legal loophole on wheels. The M-Hero 917 is the flagship of Dongfeng's high-end off-road brand, and it was born from the DNA of actual military transport vehicles. This is nearly 16.5 feet of pure, unadulterated aggression. It doesn't have styling, it has an exoskeleton. While American automakers are trying to figure out how to make their EVs look friendly, China just built a stealth fighter for the mud. If you are a fan of traditional luxury, you might want to stop reading, because this machine is designed to conquer terrain that would leave your Range Rover screaming for a mechanic. Let's start with the visual impact, because the camera cannot convey the sheer get-out-of-my-way energy of the 917. This vehicle is built on the Mora M Overland off-road architecture, and every line on this body serves a purpose. Look at those sharp, angular fenders and the riveted exterior accents. It looks like it was assembled in a bunker, not a factory. The ground clearance is a staggering 326 millimeters when the air suspension is fully raised. That is over a foot of daylight under the belly of this beast. You don't drive over obstacles in the 917. You simply delete them. The front end is dominated by an X-shaped LED signature that looks like a crosshair staring down the road with cold, mechanical indifference. Before we get into the absolute insanity of the performance numbers, do me a favor. If you think the G-Wagon is officially dead after seeing this, smash that subscribe button. We are tracking the most brutal machines on the planet. And next week we have a 1,200 HP electric hypercar that will make your brain melt. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss the carnage. Now, let's talk about the numbers that will make your local gas guzzler weep. Underneath this armored skin, you have 2 choices of powertrain, both of which are overkill. The pure EV version features 4 independent electric motors, 1 at each wheel, delivering a mind-numbing 1,088 horsepower and 1,400 Newton-meters of torque. Despite weighing as much as a small apartment building, this thing rockets from 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.2 seconds. It doesn't accelerate, it creates a localized earthquake. If you're worried about range, there is the EREV extended range version, which uses a 1.5 liters turbo engine purely as a generator to feed 3 electric motors. That version still gives you over 800 horsepower and enough torque to pull a cargo ship out of the Suez Canal. But the 917 isn't just a drag racer for the apocalypse. It is the most sophisticated off-roader ever conceived. Because it has independent motors, it features a crab walk mode. Yes, this 3-ton tank can move diagonally like a crustacean. If you find yourself in a tight mountain pass or a crowded city parking lot, the rear wheels can turn up to 10.6 degrees, allowing you to slide sideways out of trouble. It also has a turning radius of just 5.1 meters. That's tighter than a Mini Cooper. Imagine a vehicle this size pulling a U-turn in a space where a Jeep would be doing a 5-point turn. It is a total glitch in the matrix. Let's talk about the MATS all-terrain system. This isn't just a dial with snow and sand on it. This system is a digital general. It manages the 3 electronic differential locks and coordinates the torque vectoring at a millisecond level. If one wheel loses traction, the 917 doesn't just break that wheel. It instantly redirects hundreds of horsepower to the other 3 with a precision that no mechanical system could ever match. And when the road ends and the river begins, the 917 has a wading depth of 900 millimeters. That is nearly 3 feet of water. most cars would be floating away or short-circuiting. The M Hero just keeps pushing like a submarine with a grudge. We are about to step inside the most tactical interior ever put into a production car. But first, I need you to do something. If you want to see us take this beast into the deepest mud in this country, hit that subscribe button right now. We only do the most extreme tests for our subscribers, and you want to be here when we push this 1000 HP tank to its absolute limit. Don't forget to ring that bell. Open the heavy bank vault doors. And you aren't entering a car. You're entering a command center. The interior design is what I call fighter jet chic. The door handles are modeled after the Desert Eagle pistol. I am not joking. You literally grip a handgun-style lever to open the door. The gear shifter looks like a dual throttle lever from a Boeing 747. It is peak mechanical theater. But don't let the ruggedness fool you. This is still a luxury flagship. Every surface is covered in high-grade Napa leather, and the trim is genuine wood that has been treated to look like it came out of a military briefing room. The dashboard is a wall of high-definition intelligence. You have a 12.3-inch driver display, a massive 15.6-inch central command screen, and another 12.3-inch screen for the passenger. But the most insane piece of tech is the companion drone. For an extra $14,000, you get a DJI integrated drone dock on the roof. With a voice command, the drone launches, flies ahead of the car, scans the terrain for obstacles or enemies, and beams a live 4K feedback to your dashboard screens. It is literal God mode for off-roading. You can see what's over the next hill before you even get there. It's narcissism meets military intelligence, and it is glorious. The seating is described as general seats, and for good reason. These aren't just chairs, they are thrones. Both the front and rear seats feature 16-way electric adjustment, heating, ventilation, and an 8-point massage system that feels like a professional physical therapist is preparing you for combat. Even the rear passengers get their own 8-inch screen in the armrest to control their climate and entertainment. While you are conquering the desert, your passengers can be watching a movie in total air-conditioned silence. The Dynaudio Confidence sound system features 16 speakers that are tuned to cancel out any external noise, leaving you in a cocoon of high-fidelity violence. Safety-wise, the 917 is paranoid in the best way possible. It features a 3D transparent chassis system that uses cameras to show you exactly what is under your tires in real time. It's like having X-ray vision for the ground. It also has an infrared night vision system that highlights living heat signatures on your HUD so you can see a deer or a person in total darkness from hundreds of meters away. The body itself is a super strong structure, utilizing the highest percentage of high-strength steel in its class. It is designed to be unkillable. Now, we have to talk about the price. And this is where the M Hero 917 really puts the boot into the European establishment. In China, this machine starts at roughly 637,000. 700 RMB for the EREV and goes up to 697,000. 700 RMB for the full EV. That translates to about $90,000 to 100 Öst. Now think about that. A Mercedes G63 AMG, a car that has less power, less tech, and will tip over if you look at a sand dune too hard, costs nearly $200,000. A Hummer EV, which is so heavy it's a hazard to public infrastructure, is well over $110,000. The M Hero 917 is offering military-grade hardware, hypercar acceleration, and God's eye drone technology for the price of a well-equipped BMW X5. It is a bargain that feels like a mistake. It exposes the luxury brands for what they are. Heritage companies that are resting on their laurels while the Chinese auto industry is sprinting into the future with a flamethrower. This car isn't just competing, it is an eviction notice for the old guard. The driving experience is nothing short of confusing. You are sitting so high up that you feel like you're piloting a building. Yet, because of the steer-by-wire system and the active air, Suspension. It handles with a weird digital agility. You can throw this 8,000 pounds beast into a corner, and the magic carpet body control system will keep it flat. It defies the laws of physics. It's like driving a library that's been strapped to a solid rocket booster. The silence of the electric motors combined with the sheer violence of the torque creates a sensation that is unlike anything else on the road. So here is the final question I want you to answer in the comments. If the world were ending tomorrow, or if you just wanted to win every single argument at the local car meet, what are you picking? Are you buying the Mercedes G-Wagon because you want people to think you're rich? Or are you buying the M Hero 917, the car that can drive sideways, launch its own air support, and turn a mountain into a speed bump? I know what I'd pick. I'd pick the machine that makes the rest of the world look like it's still playing with toys. The M Hero 917 is a monster, and it doesn't care about your heritage. It only cares about dominance. Let me know in the comments. Is the crab walk a genius feature or just a flex for the parking lot? I'll be down there reading your takes. Until next time, stay dangerous and keep driving as you mean it.